Have you ever felt afraid to speak up in a meeting? Worried that asking a question might make you look incompetent? Found yourself reading your boss's facial expressions before deciding whether to share an idea? You're not alone. These feelings aren't just uncomfortable. They're literally shutting down your brain's ability to perform. Welcome to the science of psychological safety, where neuroscience meets organizational behavior to reveal why some teams thrive, while others struggle. Regardless of individual talent, psychological safety is the belief that you can share opinions, ask questions, and admit mistakes without being punished or humiliated. This concept gained widespread attention through Google's Project Aristotle, a multi-year study examining what makes teams effective. After analyzing over 180 teams and 250 factors, Google discovered something surprising: technical skills. Education levels and individual intelligence mattered far less than one single factor: psychological safety within the team. But this isn't just about creating a pleasant workplace atmosphere. There's actual neuroscience behind why psychological safety drives performance. When you feel unsafe, your amygdala, the brain's fear center, activates in just 0.2 seconds, triggering a fight-or-flight response. Your heart rate increases, breathing becomes shallow, and your attention narrows dramatically. Most critically, this stress response suppresses your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for creative thinking, logical reasoning, and strategic decision-making. Think about what this means in practical terms. In psychologically unsafe environments, team members aren't lacking motivation. Their brains are literally in defensive mode. They can't generate ideas, can't focus on complex problems, and can't engage in the kind of innovative thinking that organizations desperately need. They're not being difficult, they're being human. Harvard professor Amy Edmondson first documented this phenomenon in the 1990s while studying medical teams. She initially hypothesized that high-performing teams would report fewer errors. Instead, she found the opposite: the best teams reported more mistakes. Why? Because they had created environments where people felt safe, admitting errors, leading to faster learning and improvement. The low-performing teams had just as many mistakes, they simply hid them. David Rock's SCARF model identifies 5 key social threats that activate the amygdala in workplace settings: status, certainty, autonomy, relatedness, and fairness. When any of these feels threatened, when your idea gets dismissed, when directions are unclear, when you're micromanaged, when you feel excluded, or when treatment seems unfair, your brain responds as if you're facing physical danger. Even microaggressions matter tremendously. Being ignored when you speak, receiving no response to your email, while others get replies, or experiencing subtle dismissive body language. These seemingly small slights create chronic stress responses that accumulate over time, gradually eroding psychological safety and team performance. So what creates psychological safety? Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella transformed his company's culture by shifting from a know-it-all to a learn-it-all mindset. He openly shared his own uncertainties and failures, demonstrating that vulnerability at the top gives everyone else permission to be human. This single cultural shift helped Microsoft recover its innovation, edge, and market position. Research shows that psychologically safe teams demonstrate measurable performance improvements. Google's data revealed that high psychological safety teams showed 17% higher task completion rates, 23% greater sense of contribution, and 27% lower turnover intentions. These aren't soft metrics, they directly impact the bottom line. Design firm IDEO embodies this principle with their motto, fail early, fail often. They prioritize quantity over quality in brainstorming, welcome ideas regardless of hierarchy, and build on suggestions using yes and rather than shooting them down. This approach keeps the amygdala calm and the prefrontal cortex engaged, accelerating both the speed and quality of innovation. For leaders, creating psychological safety requires specific evidence-based behaviors. First, show vulnerability. Admit when you're uncertain or struggling. This signals that perfection isn't expected. Second, express gratitude for risk-taking. Behaviors thank people for speaking up, for sharing concerns, for trying new approaches, regardless of outcomes. Third, practice active listening, don't interrupt. Paraphrase what you hear and acknowledge emotions, not just facts. Fourth, ask open-ended questions that invite reflection, rather than giving quick answers. Your words literally change brain states. Saying, "that's wrong," activates the amygdala and shuts down thinking. Saying, "that's an interesting perspective, tell me more," activates reward circuits and encourages exploration. The difference isn't just about being nice. It's about enabling the neural conditions for high performance. But what if you're not the leader? You can still build personal psychological safety. Monitor your own threat responses. Notice when your heart races before speaking, or when you feel that pressure in your chest. Use breathing techniques. Inhaling for 4 seconds and exhaling for 6 activates your vagus nerve, shifting you from sympathetic to parasympathetic nervous system dominance, literally calming your threat response. Write down your anxieties to externalize them. Ask yourself, is this fear based on facts or assumptions? What can I actually control? This simple practice re-engages your prefrontal cortex and reduces amygdala reactivity. You can also contribute to others' safety through small actions. Respond positively to others' contributions. Share your own uncertainties to reduce their defensiveness. Invite quiet voices into conversations. Each of these micro-behaviors sends signals that this is a safe space, gradually shifting team dynamics even without formal authority. The data is clear. Psychological safety isn't about being soft, it's about being smart. Teams with high psychological safety generate more ideas, share more feedback, make better decisions, and retain talent more effectively. They learn faster because failures surface quickly, rather than festering in silence. In our era of remote work, cultural diversity, and constant change, psychological safety becomes even more critical. Digital communication strips away many social cues, making misunderstandings more likely and feelings of exclusion more common. A delayed Slack response or silence on Zoom can trigger the same amygdala activation as overt criticism. The future of work isn't about who has the most knowledge. It's about who can create the conditions for collective intelligence to emerge. Leaders won't be valued for having all the answers, but for designing environments where the best ideas can surface from anywhere. Psychological safety is the operating system for modern organizations. It enables learning, adaptation, creativity, and collaboration. Without it, you're running advanced software on a system stuck in survival mode. So here's your challenge. What's one small action you can take today to increase psychological safety for yourself or your team? Can you thank someone for speaking up? Share one of your own uncertainties? Ask a quieter colleague what they think. Each small act rewires the collective brain of your team, building neural pathways of trust that compound over time. Remember, high performance doesn't come from fear, it comes from safety. When people feel secure enough to think, question, fail, and grow, that's when organizations become truly unstoppable. If you found this valuable, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more evidence-based insights on performance, productivity, and human potential. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.